Hello everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today, we're diving into a fascinating story of a naval vessel that has served two nations under two different flags. It's a story of transformation, endurance, and adaptability, the journey of the ex-USS Cyclone PC-1, which later became the BRP General Mariano Alvarez PS-38 in the Philippine Navy. From the shipyards of Louisiana to the tropical waters of the Philippines, this vessel has seen it all. The USS Cyclone was the first of a new class of coastal patrol ships built for the United States Navy in the early 1990s. Designed to support special operations and fast coastal missions, the Cyclone-class ships were meant to be small, agile, and capable of high-speed maneuvers close to shore. The lead ship, USS Cyclone, was laid down in June 1991, launched in February 1992, and commissioned in August 1993. Built by Bollinger Shipyards, this 331-ton vessel was about 170 feet long and could reach speeds of 35 knots, thanks to four powerful diesel engines generating over 14,000 horsepower. Initially, the Cyclone was intended to serve as a platform for Special Forces operations such as infiltration, extraction, and reconnaissance. It carried modern navigation systems, radar, satellite communication gear, and night vision sensors. Its armament included two 25mm chain guns, several .50 caliber machine guns, and grenade launchers. With a small crew of around 36 sailors, it could operate independently in coastal waters and perform a variety of missions including search and rescue, interdiction, and maritime security. However, soon after entering service, the Cyclone's role began to shift. The U.S. Navy found it too small for traditional fleet missions, and the Special Operations Command considered it too large for covert missions. This mismatch made the ship somewhat of an orphan in the fleet. Despite being fast and capable, it didn't fit perfectly into any existing operational category. By the year 2000, the U.S. Navy decided to decommission the ship. After its retirement from naval service, the Cyclone was transferred to the U.S. Coast Guard and renamed USCGC Cyclone WPC-1. The Coast Guard hoped to use it for patrol duties and interdiction missions, but again, operating costs were high and its size didn't match well with the Coast Guard's standard fleet. The ship remained underutilized until the early 2000s, when a new opportunity arose, a chance to serve under a different flag. In 2004, under the U.S. Foreign Military Sales Program, the Cyclone was transferred to the Philippine Navy. On March 8, 2004, she was formally commissioned as BRP General Mariano Alvarez PS-38, named after a revolutionary hero who fought during the Philippine struggle for independence. From that moment on, the ship began a new life in Southeast Asia, patrolling the vast waters of the Philippine archipelago. In Philippine service, the ship underwent modifications to suit tropical conditions and regional missions. It retained its powerful engines and speed, but some systems were adjusted. The missile capability was removed, and maintenance routines were localized for Philippine operations. The ship's rear ramp, known as the Combat Craft Retrieval System, allowed it to launch a 20-foot rigid-hull inflatable boat for boarding and rescue missions, a feature that proved highly useful in island operations. The BRP General Mariano Alvarez quickly became one of the Philippine Navy's most active patrol ships. It participated in various operations, from anti-smuggling missions to disaster response. In 2013, it was deployed during the Zamboanga crisis, helping evacuate civilians and provide maritime security. It also took part in humanitarian efforts and joint naval exercises with partner countries, like the United States, Australia, and Malaysia. These missions helped improve the Philippines' maritime capabilities and strengthened cooperation among regional allies. Technically, the ship's design remains impressive even after decades. Its steel hull and aluminum superstructure offer a balance between strength and lightness. The Kevlar-reinforced command area provides additional protection. With a crew of about 30, the ship can operate for up to 10 days at sea before refueling. Its advanced communications and infrared systems allow it to track targets at night and in rough weather, making it an effective patrol asset in both combat and peacetime roles. Despite its age, the BRP General Mariano Alvarez still represents a vital capability for the Philippine Navy. Its speed and agility make it ideal for operations in shallow, narrow waters where larger warships cannot maneuver easily. It serves as a deterrent against piracy, illegal fishing, and maritime terrorism, which remain real threats in Southeast Asia. However, maintaining an aging vessel comes with challenges. Spare parts for its engines and systems are not always easy to find, and modernization projects can be expensive. There have been proposals to upgrade its radar, sensors, and even armament to include modern missile systems, but those plans depend on available funding and strategic priorities. Still, the ship continues to perform reliably within its operational limits. The story of this ship is a lesson in naval adaptability. What began as an experimental American coastal patrol craft became a frontline asset in another country's maritime defense. It shows how military technology can be reused effectively when matched with the right mission and environment. The same vessel that once patrolled American shores now safeguards Philippine waters, proving that design versatility can extend a warship's life far beyond its original intent. In broader terms, the transformation of the USS Cyclone into the BRP General Mariano Alvarez symbolizes cooperation between allies. The transfer strengthened the Philippines' ability to patrol its vast coastline and protect its exclusive economic zone. For the U.S., it demonstrated how decommissioned ships could still serve valuable roles abroad, supporting regional security and partnership. Even today, this ship remains active, a living piece of naval history that connects two nations through shared defense goals. From its beginnings as a high-speed American experiment to its ongoing service in the Pacific, the vessel has survived decades of change. It has faced storms, missions, and modernization, yet it still cuts through the water with purpose. So the next time you see a small patrol ship flying the Philippine flag, remember that it might once have sailed under the stars and stripes. Its steel hull carries the stories of two navies, two missions, and one enduring legacy. The ex-USS Cyclone, now BRP General Mariano Alvarez, is more than just a ship. It's a symbol of resilience, partnership, and the continuing evolution of maritime defense. And that wraps up today's story. If you enjoyed this deep dive into naval history and want to hear more stories about legendary ships and military technology, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more fascinating content every week. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.